Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another round of Pocket Captain's Place PixelStarships. It's been a while for easy hits. We've been off doing other projects, exploring other things like power leveling, and getting an alien ship using Starbucks gleaned just from doing dailies. But here we are. We've finally managed to get this ship to the point where she can level up. We have the budget, we have the means, we have everything we need. And I'm just going to show you the research for a second. This was what took forever. They added new research. Everything was taking me forever. Finally, I did the fighters, even though I'm not using fighters. I have been tempted, actually, to go ahead and get this one. And I could do it later, though, if I feel so inclined. It only takes a second. I just threw that on so you could see. We're going to remove that again. It's all done. We don't need that one. And you probably note, if you've been following along the adventures of the good old easy hits, this ship looks a lot different. It's because I'm experimenting. But first, before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things I've learned and what's going to happen next. So it all begins with going to the store. The ship. Oh, what's this? What's this little guy? A stealth hood. Attack plus 0.1. Let's go to the shipyards and let's buy this one. Kablamo! That's the end of this. That's all she wrote. In 1 week, probably a little less if I might say, the ship will be ready to go. I'm not in too big a rush though, because I do want to refill the mineral bays. And I've only got this and the two lasers working for me to get it done. I took the other ones off the ship temporarily. Although I might put them back on because the gas is coming along nicely. But yeah, I had room before, the way I had it configured before, for 3. I got this one here because of Starbucks. Maybe I'll talk about that for a moment. I'm concentrating on saving up Starbucks. I'm doing the Zeppelins as they go by. I'm doing the dailies. I haven't finished them all because I had enough to do the level up tonight. But I'm doing all the dailies. I'm doing because I get Starbucks from there. Whatever I takes, whatever I can do, I'm getting Starbucks. And I'm saving them up just for when something cool comes along. Because every now and again, you see something coming up and you think, oh, that would have been so neat. So I've been going for neat lately. You know, if I see a really cool high level character I want to bring onto the ship, I'll do that. Lately, I've been going for this one, a little extra mining profile. Very nice. The other one I did was the cat room. It didn't cost actually that much, and it wasn't that hard for me to rebuild. I think it's like less than a week to get the 1,000 again. And really, some of these things, all you need is 1,000. I'm going for, higher than that just in case something ultra cool comes along. But realistically, now I've got like a surplus Starbucks economy. That's fun. That's a fun way to play the game. So what I'm experimenting on is I'm going to change this ship completely before I get to level 8. I'm going to do some things. I know a weapon platform's coming and I really don't have room for it. I'm going to have to give up something. I might finally give up these 2 little bolters. I haven't decided. Something's going to give because I also have to keep an eye on the power level. And I know there's a new power room coming, which I'm going to want room for. But I thought to myself, people say, could you do another show on design, layout? So I've done a few. I've had some where I kept my reactors all together so that they could quickly repair. But now that I realized that I basically have the same AI for the whole crew. Except for this guy here in the teleporter. This guy, they do the rush command for the teleporter, and then they'll run to the nearest laser. And I've got a couple of teleporter guys. There's this one here. Oops, there's this one here. And I also have, him. He's in completely the wrong part of the ship, isn't he? Yes, he is. I'm going to switch you guys. You come over here. You come over... Here, because you're going to teleport. Actually, you stay where you were because you're manning a laser. I want at least 3 people manning lasers at all times. Because I want to hit these guys fairly hard. But anybody who's a boarder... I don't know. Someone else here is a boarder. You're a boarder. You're definitely a boarder. Oh, there's the mama. She's a boarder. Hi. I'm going to put you over here too, so you can board the ship. And, yeah. I'll take you and put you up there in this one. So there's always... These guys were borrowed from the fleet. That's okay. But But the rest of the crew, other than the boarders and the guys manning this room, which they will then become laser gunners, they all have very generic coding, which means they could go anywhere they need to, which means when I was starting out, location where they started was tied to the AI I gave them. But now that they all have general AI, I could put them anywhere. So what I've done is I've divided those ship into cells. Here's a cell, reactor, laser, specialty weapon, missile. Here's a cell, reactor, shield, 2 bolters. Here's a cell, laser, missile, specialty teleporter. It's a teleporter, it's a specialty weapon, and a reactor. So I've divided my reactors. Now, I've also put a maze around this, and I've armored it up. Now, I would love to have had more armor. I could put armor in down here, but I don't have the armor. So there's a limit to this. It's also wasting a lot of space, because there's space here I'm not doing anything with. Space here, I mean, I wish I could. I would love to somehow gather that space up and use it for adding those mineral miners back in. But I don't have room for that right now. I would love to put the minerals in instead of the gas, but then I have no way of earning gas except through combat. Interesting question, that. I have to think about it. Hello, Starbuck. Ka-ching. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to make it more complex for boarders. It's more difficult for someone to target, because if you're looking for a reactor, you're going to have to hunt for them now. So the idea being that in this particular section, they can reach either floor through this elevator. Then, to get to this section here, you have to go in this elevator and crawl through that ductway, and then you're in this area here. The shield is central to the ship so that anybody can get to it from wherever they are if they need to. So if whoever's guarding the shield goes down, somebody else can take its place. Then you have an elevator up to this section where you can do repair on the 2 bolters. Then there's a passage through here, through a security door to get to this section, which is reactor, missile. So this is actually pretty hard. This is actually a tough one. Usually they board through the teleporter, in which case they're going to have access to one of my lasers, one of my missiles, and one of my reactors. But not all of them, because there's a security guard, the security door. There is no other way through there. Also, on the other side of the security door, just as centrally important to me as the shield is the anti-aircraft gun. Now, not everybody has fighters, but when they do, this is really your only defense. I mean, seriously, if somebody has fighters and you don't have any aircraft capability and you haven't put the AI in to keep it powered up and running, you're going to be in trouble. So, there I have my anti-aircraft gun, also central. I got a lot of people over here who can run to it through a security door. So I'm experimenting. I'm trying different layouts of the ship. I've also decided that I did this color and this look as an experiment, but maybe it's time that now that I'm upgrading the ship for the ship to get a new look. Let's take a look at that. Painting. Maybe it's time for something different. I mean, that was a scary... I was trying for something scary there. Yeah. Take that off. Put that on. Let's go for something a little more optimistic. How do I... There we go. Yeah. Now, let's work on the color. I don't want to be that color anymore. I'll save that, yeah. Okay. Now, okay. Store. Now we want to... Ooh. Red. Awfully red. Red rum, red rum. Kind of wish I could remember how the original ship looked now. That bluish color. Orange. Oh, Starbuck. Thank you. You can still get them when you're painting. How about that? Ooh. Purpley. Bet it won't look that way when I press the button, though. Are you still purple? Nope, you're blue. Okay, let's try again. I wish it looked the way it does when you're setting the colors the way you want. Here's a green. See, I like the purple, but it won't stay. Maybe if I had some shift. Save. You still going to refuse to be purple? Was that a fuchsia? Oh my goodness. That's quite the color scheme I have now. Okay, I'm going to experiment with that one some more. The point being that, is that an elevator there? Interesting. Or do I have nothing there? I have absolutely nothing there. Okay. Well, if I move that over. I can move that over. I can move that over. And I almost have enough room for something there, but then nobody could get out of there. Okay. I'll think about it. This is just a sketch. So I'm going to update the ship, the look. I'm also going to do, I'm going in disguise, I guess. Haha, and I'm going to broadcast it for everybody. You know what? That's maybe too much. Yeah, the color's in 2 and 10s. You know, best. Oh, yeah. Let's deepen that purple. Now, what do I get? Let's roll the dice. Okay. I can live with that a little better. Okay. Well, maybe it's pink. Well, Operation Petticoat. For anybody who remembers that old movie, Operation Petticoat. So here we have, but that's not what I'm going to do. We are going to rebuild the mineral supply so that we're ready for the next level up. I've learned that, you know, I can now, when I level up a room, I have that ability, not on the Mac, but on the iPad. I can speed up the rooms. So now it's made me really rethink where I'm going to devote my precious gas to. Because gas, well, minerals are important for things like the laser room. You're going to want to, you need minerals to update that. Okay, no problem. But gas is really kind of a stretch because your guys are all ready for leveling up. That's going to take your gas. But then the research is also quite draining. And having gone through that last round, I mean, I leveled up the ship, then I leveled up the crew, although I vowed to do the crew first. I did it backwards. I leveled up a lot of things. But I think now that I know I can speed up anything I need to on the ship with Starbucks and or just, you know, watching those freaking ads if I want to. But you can't speed up the, oh, that's generous tonight. You can't really speed up the research. So I'm going to save this gas as much as I can. Yes, for the crews. Crews win the games, actually. Crews win battles. But definitely any surplus gas is going to, even if some of these other rooms need leveling, I'm going to put on the research. Research is the slowest step. It took forever. I have literally been all ready to go to this next level for weeks, except the research wasn't done. And if I went ahead and went to that next level, it'd be just worse and worse. So I've had to wait. I've waited for that research to be all finished so I could go on to the next one. I'm going on to the next one. And hopefully it won't be a whole week before I see you again. And we'll look at some of the other changes I'm going to make in the meantime, which is going to be the crew. Some of my crew, like, she's great. Mama goes in there. She's got those critical attacks. Well, first of all, one of the sins I've committed is I never really got them the best stuff. I mean, she's still using the crowbar and the pants. Love the pants. I'm looking at some of these guys and I went, well, if you're going to win at some of the higher levels, you should make an effort. I mean, maybe some of these guys don't even have anything. Do you have anything? You got nothing. See, that's a failure. That's a failure on my part because I am literally loaded. Let's go to my inbox. I am loaded with stuff from doing the dailies, and that's just a waste. I got to put it to good use. Do I have any Starbucks sitting in there? I don't even know. No, I don't. So I should be using some of these. I should be building these guys up with what I have. I've been saving up some resources. Whoops, don't do that. Don't do that. I've got some of this, which is titanium. I got some gold. And I'm going to have to start using some of this instead of wasting it and try to get my crew leveled up to something better. And that's what I'm going to spend the next week doing. I'm going to reconfigure my ship for... no, it's probably a waste of time because the ship's going to change shape and size and all get messed up. But I want to have at least a rough sketch of how I want the ship to look. Plus, to do this design, I had to put in more elevators, which are just wimpy slow, and I can't afford that. So I have to upgrade these elevators, even at the cost of my dwindling Starbucks, which I don't have. This one's ready to go, yeah. So I'm going to find all the elevators I've installed and get them up to date. Get the crew up to date. So I'm going to be very busy. So the next little while, you'll see a big improvement on the crews. Plus, I've had a couple of guys here. I've had this guy I kind of like, who isn't talking around. I got a gas guys, but I got a couple of gas guys. And it's time some of my people got retired. Like the mama here. She has been a staple for a long time. She's got 3 shields. She's blue. I love her. She does a lot of good damage. Critical attacks, but I don't know. It's time. I'm going. Oh, it's easy hits. I gave him a mask. And another Starbuck. That's unusual. It doesn't usually happen to me. At least on the iPad, but the Macs may be different. Here's another guy. He's been very good, but he's got the rush command, 3 shields. You know, I think I want to go more like this guy. So I'm keeping my eye out for crew replacements, more shields, and I'm going to start replacing some of these guys who are my staples, like Mama and the Viziri, to an upgraded crew, a better crew. So I'm getting ready to bring in Mr. Blobby here, and I think he's going to replace one of my favorite crewmen, who is, where is he hiding? He's right here. He's been great. King Salamander, he goes on all my daily missions for PvP, like one-on-one combat with those ground raids. He's been very good for that. He's just a great ground raider. But, you know, and his hits have been good. Like, I have no problem with his hits. It's 3 out of, it's been great. But it's time to upgrade him and get something a little better. So, you know, I'm going to keep my eye out on the store, which is something I'm doing now. I didn't used to do that, but now I'm looking at the store every day. I'm weighing it up, going 40. Is it good? Is it worth it? Well, in this case, I don't think so. Keeping my eye out for that one thing I really, really want. In this case, that one thing I really, really want is a replacement crew on critical hit, some more rushing. Actually, something else I would like to get a hold of maybe is more repairing. Somebody who can repair the ship in combat. I think that would be handy. I'm wondering how it would do if I had a repair / maybe a more engineering skill. And leave that person to repair the shield room. Another room I'm looking forward to and I'm going to need room for is the med bay. So this design, although very cool, compartmentalized for combat, it doesn't give you extra room for those rooms. There's going to be an extra reactor, an extra med bay, a weapons platform, and of course I have to bring back the research lab again. So where am I going to put these things? I have some things to work out. I have some hard decisions to make. So I'm going to work on those hard decisions and have something, I hope, of a rough idea of how I'm going to try to keep this compartmentalization and still get some of those rooms in. I know the sick bay, Captain Eric's got one. He's now making it work. He's very happy with it because he's seeing his crews when they go below 25% health, they'll stop what they're doing. They'll run to the sick bay, they'll get healed up, and then they'll run back again. That's kind of what it's for. I'm exhausted. I think all I can get out of that. So we'll leave that alone for a while. But I'm not going to give up until I get all those elevators moving. I need the speed out of the turbo shafts in order for my guys to move around the ship efficiently. I think there's going to be another security door coming up too, but I'm not sure. So that's my plan. I'm getting ready. I'm improving the ship. I'm changing the ship. So the next time you guys see another Starbuck, I'm just happy as all get out. Next time you see the ship, it'll probably look a little different on the cover page. Bit of happiness here with a starburst thing. I'm okay with that. I don't need the skull anymore. I'm not sure the intimidation was working anyway. When you get to a certain level, I don't think anybody's really all that afraid of you. So just go for something you like, you know, a look you can live with. So that's my ideas. Compartmentalization, upgrade the crewmen as much as humanly possible. And yeah, make use of some of those resources I'm sitting on. And what else? Something else I might do? Well, if there's resources left over and I can't do anything with them, maybe it's time I started using that market. Because I did go for the market updates to track costs and things as they're coming and going. I don't see any reason why I can't take advantage of that. And maybe when I see something like silicon, I don't really want silicon, but if I really do want to build an exotic weapon, why don't I buy the gold? I don't seem to be getting it every day. Sure, it's $260. That's actually not bad. If I want to buy it, buy it. I got the cash. So I'm going to try to armor up and improve and give them some better weapons and some better equipment, and maybe make these guys a little customized for what they do. So if you're going to be around the shield reactor, well, why not put an engineering skill on them, or a science? It's a science skill. So anyway, those are my thoughts. So if you guys have any ideas, you want to send them in, something you think I should be preparing for, blah, 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 for level 8, just let me know. And in the meantime, expect more broadcasts from Easy Hits very soon, because I'm sure it's going to be a new adventure when I get to level 8. And I'm going to use the star log here. It says I'm being destroyed a lot. So that's going to change between now and then too. That's what I'm going to gauge my improvements on. Am I actually going to start surviving these battles? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. So thank you very much for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you are looking forward to what I'm going to do next when I'm actually concentrating on this layout. As I said, this is a sketch. It's going to change. Nope, not going to happen now. If you guys want to join our fleet, we're happy to have you. It's the Pocket Captains Fleet. If you want to go to our website, it's www.pocketcaptains.com. Same fleet, same name. And even when you're doing all that and you're going on with your busy days, do try to remember to try to have a little bit of fun every day. Thank you very much for listening, everybody, and good night. Get more tips at pocketcaptains.com.